It is fall. Halloween is coming up. We got these pumpkins and we're gonna be using these power tools to carve them. Dan, what do you think?
I think it's gonna be wonderful. We're gonna pick at random and see who gets what tool.
The rules of the day, don't cut your fingers off. Let's
That's
go.
it.
This one looks good. I'm feeling this one.
This one chose me.
I want this one.
We decided to draw the faces on the pumpkins before we picked out the tools that we were gonna use.
Because I don't want you to draw something based on the tool that you have.
Smart. Your pumpkin looks really happy, like it's laughing. So I guess I gotta cut them out, right? So we gotta, oh my. We had Macy set up the bowl so that we can pick out the tools that we're gonna be using. I think you go first. No
Okay.
looking.
No looking. Here we go.
It's probably important to mention that we were unaware that Macy didn't actually know the names of any of the tools. So we got this.
Jeffrey Dahmer drill.
What?
The hammer drill.
That's
Oh, you're calling it the Jeffrey Dahmer drill.
Happy Halloween.
Spinny blade thing.
Do you know the names of any of the tools?
No.
Oh.
Well,
The hammer.
The hammer.
I think you have the best pumpkin design for the spinny blade thing.
The long shaft.
Big blade.
The big blade, yikes.
Sawzall.
I propose a new rule. We have to call all the tools whatever Macy named them. Am I last?
You're last.
No! You're hammered.
Yeah.
Cute, cute. The only non-powered tool in the entire competition was a hammer and chisel, but to go with it, you had to wear full safety gear. I've got the most dangerous tool, so obviously I've got all the safety equipment. Rules of the pumpkin carving contest. You can use your tool, and you can use your hands. You can't use anything else.
And
So-
Chad gives $1,000 to the winner.
Are we going straight, Mr. Beast? I'm not giving $1,000 to the winner. I'm not Jimmy. This is a precision job. I need my gloves.
Here we go.
I am officially terrified. At this point, it's probably important to mention that we did have a meeting going over how to use each tool and how to safely operate each one. Do you want a rundown on how to use the tools before we start?
Probably should.
On top of that, we broke the carving up into 2 groups. I would like to do this in 2 groups so that I could be supervising one group and Dan could be supervising the other. As dangerous as this may seem, we did take every precaution possible.
Here, I'm gonna go just right into the eyeballs immediately.
You're not gonna gut it?
Oh, maybe I should gut it first?
Hoping that I can use it like a saw once I get in there and maybe be able to, I won't be able to as I'm gonna have to just make a million holes.
Macy was getting off to a pretty rough start, having never held a hammer drill before in her life, but after a little bit of trial and error, she was starting to get it figured out.
This is hilarious.
Dan, having what we thought was going to be the most awkward tool to use, was actually doing a pretty respectable job of getting the pumpkin started.
I think it works.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
I think
I'm impressed. I'm impressed with you being able to do that. We're calling it the long shaft.
Yeah.
Maybe I should have took the top off. I don't know how I'm going to, man.
Dan had a good strategy. He punched
Yeah.
holes all around the top. As Dan's pumpkin was really starting to take shape. Dan, how's it going?
Great.
Ugly.
Dan's going great.
Macy began to notice that this challenge might be a little bit more difficult than she had anticipated. Macy, how's it going?
Well, not as planned.
But slowly, she did begin to figure it out and learn how to use the tool. And with a few design concessions,
So I'm thinking I kind of just like this array of bullet mouth.
the pumpkin really started to take shape. Dan, on the other hand, was demonstrating exceptional precision from 6 feet away and was doing an impressive job of carving his pumpkin, easily making him a clear contender for first place.
All right, Chad, are we up?
Oh, here we go.
Next up was Sarah, Mark, and myself, with Mark wasting absolutely no time cutting into his pumpkin, removing almost 25% of the pumpkin as its lid.
Nothing wrong with him yet.
It's like a lobotomy.
You went full cranial there. I mean, yeah, you
Open it way up.
off. Yeah.
And although we thought the grinder was going to be one of the easier tools to carve a pumpkin with,
Is it not like the liquid or what?
Sarah was really struggling since we didn't have a cutting blade for it.
Swap out tools.
You want to give her a different tool?
That's what I'm thinking. Because she's not gonna have any fun if it takes her 900 years because the tool keeps stalling out.
We don't have the right blade, cut-off blade for it. What tool swap do you want to do?
Do the oscillating one with the round
I
the
agree.
chisel blade on it.
I agree. After a little bit of debate, we decided to swap Sarah's tool to an oscillating tool with a round blade on it. Also, that's a great tool.
Yeah, and we haven't used it yet.
This will give us the same cutting area as the grinder, only cut way faster, and keep the competition moving forward at a good pace. New tool, how's it going?
Much better.
Much better?
Much better.
Mark was also struggling with a tiny face that he had drawn, being accurate with the Sawzall. Give me a rundown. How's it going?
Not great. Not terrible.
Until he figured out the secret of the tool that he had.
Oh, I don't even have to turn this thing on. This is great. Now I know.
I was wondering when you were going to just start using it as a regular saw.
Well, it's a little late now, but
Mark, you definitely were the fastest. The best part is the big old lobotomy top.
I'm a pumpkin! Clearly the hammer and chisel weren't the most difficult tools to use. I've got the easiest tool. The worst part is I'm really good with power tools, and I have these. But I didn't exactly go for the most ambitious design, and I'm not the best artist in the world. So I feel like we were on even footing.
So I went for a Jolly Pumpkin, except for the thick crust. I think I did okay.
You do have the jolliest pumpkin.
Yeah, happy pumpkin.
The original plan was to go for an angry pumpkin. I think it came out pretty angry, not bad. I don't know. I think it turned out okay.
So I got the mixing drill with the, what is that, a 4-foot fish bit on it. It was real annoying, but it turned out pretty well.
Started off strong, gave him a quick lobotomy. He's got a unibrow, he's got some teardrop tattoos, and you know, he's just chilling. He's a little pumpkin.
All I'm gonna say about this is it didn't exactly go as planned. As you can see here, we have the 2 eyeballs, and then we just went with the Jason Voorhees mouth. Should be good for light up time, but the Jeffrey Dahmer drill, it came in good. That is all.
Quick fire, no thinking, who won?
Macy.
Quick fire, no thinking, who won?
Chad.
Quick fire, no thinking, who won?
Sarah.
Quick fire, no thinking, who won? Sarah. I think Sarah won too.
Yay!
Your vote right now. Comments, let's go.